Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, what the world is listening to.
What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, The Hot Commodity, and today we have a special episode for you. I'm covering both Raw from June 17, 2024, and SmackDown from June 21st, 2024, all in one episode. A lot happened in these past two episodes, and I figured I'd combine to talk about all the crazy moments that took place. So let's dive right into starting with Raw on June 17, 2024, live in Corpus Christi, Texas. We get a big surprise when Seth freaking Rollins returns. He shows up and he makes a statement about how he wants the World Championship again. With that World Champion Drew Damian Priest comes out. And Damian Priest basically tells Seth Rollins, you don't have to compete in Money in the Bank to get a title shot. I'll take you on at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So it's official. We're going to get Seth Rollins versus the WWE World Champion Damian Priest live in Toronto at Money in the Bank. That's going to be a good match. And it was just a huge surprise to see Seth Rollins return. We then see finally Otis has had enough. After Chad Gable slaps Akira Tozawa and trashes Maxine Dupree, Otis finally snaps and pushes Gable, and Gable hides in the corner afraid. Otis has had enough and has finally stopped his Stockholm Syndrome, turning on Chad Gable here. What is next for the Alpha Academy? We'll have to wait and see. Next up, Io Sky advances into the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. She defeats Zelina Vega and Kiana James. After World Women's Champion Liv Morgan comes out and distracts Zelina Vega, there'll be some issues between those two down the line. But Io Sky will advance to Money in the Bank. She won Money in the Bank last year. Can she do it again? We'll find out in Toronto. We then see World Women's Champion Liv Morgan rocking Dominic Mysterio's vest. He's been looking for it all night. And Liv basically tells Dom, if you want it, you have to unzip it. And Damian Priest walks up and says that Dom is loco, and things are not going to be good when Rhea Ripley comes back, that's for sure. Next, Drew McIntyre comes out. He has been once again screwed by WWE, and this time he's had enough. He decides to quit WWE and says, I'm serious, I'm done with WWE for good. So that was a huge moment there. Braun Breaker destroys both Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. Braun Breaker is on a warpath. His sights are set, it looks like, on the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. Then Jey Uso also qualifies for a Money in the Bank ladder match. He defeats Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor. And then the moment we're all waiting for, the Wyatt Sick6, they debut. We get to see... We don't see really much of them. We start off with seeing Bray Wyatt's old door. That's, from 2022. And a woman comes out, kind of like the Ring. We know it's Nikki Cross. She's probably playing Sister Abigail. She comes out crawling. We then see backstage, we see a man who has a hammer, and he's wearing a rabbit mask, which is almost like Ramblin' Rabbit. Also, we see another person in a pig mask. And while we're seeing all this take place, we see shots of just everybody backstage destroyed. The gorilla position is destroyed. Wrestlers, extras are just being taken out. We then see a buzzard-looking creature. It's a guy, obviously, but he's wearing a mask. He stands there. And then finally, we see Uncle Howdy. He comes out, grabs a lantern, and says, we're here, and ends Raw. It was a crazy night. Before Raw ended, we saw Chad Gable was also attacked. Finally, after months, we see the debut of the Wyatt Sick6. I was happy with the reveal and the debut. I thought it was really good. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring next. I don't know if it's going to be supernatural, if it's going to be just normal stuff, but I like this introduction to them. They terrorized everybody on the roster and backstage. I'm excited for this great tribute to Bray Wyatt and this new group. That's it for Raw. Let's talk about WWE Friday Night SmackDown from June 21st, 2024, live in Chicago, Illinois. We started with CM Punk coming out. Paul Heyman comes out. He hugs CM Punk and basically asks Punk if he can take him with him and leave the Bloodline. The Bloodline try to attack CM Punk, and then Cody Rhodes runs out with two bats to fend off the Bloodline. And Cody Rhodes has his eyes set on the Bloodline here. Chelsea Green advances to the Money in the Bank match, defeating Bianca Belair and Michin. It'll be funny to see her involved in that match. We then see CM Punk bloody destroyed backstage, and it's revealed that Drew McIntyre has attacked him viciously. CM Punk is loaded onto an ambulance, and he will be spending the night in the hospital. Next, Carmelo Hayes advances to the Money in the Bank match by defeating Randy Orton and Tama Tonga. Carmelo Hayes is a high flyer, so I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the Money in the Bank ladder match. We also have Logan Paul coming out. LA Knight trashes the United States Champion Logan Paul. And finally, Logan comes out from behind and knocks out LA Knight after the weeks of LA Knight trying to get Logan Paul's attention. Logan Paul was there and knocked out LA Knight. Andrade then advances to the Money in the Bank ladder match, defeating Kevin Owens and Grayson Waller. I'm surprised to see Andrade advance. He's a great wrestler, but again, I wasn't expecting that. And the end comes Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. During the match, the Bloodline attack Cody. Odds seem to be even until Jacob Fatu shows up and debuts in WWE. He destroys Cody Rhodes by landing a flying splash through a table, and Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Solo Sikoa all stand tall, raising the one finger to the sky. This is a brand new bloodline. Solo Seth Rollins never coming back. This is huge. Jacob Fatu's shirt is the #2 selling shirt in all of WWE right now. He's a huge name, so I'm excited to see what he's going to bring. A lot of cool stuff happening this week. Drew McIntyre attacks CM Punk, the Wyatt Sick6 debut, Jacob Fatu debuts, Drew McIntyre quits. A lot happening. Seth Rollins returns. This has been a crazy couple of nights here in WWE, and it all begins again tonight on Monday Night Raw. It's going to be a great show. Until next time, make sure you subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and stay safe and stay uncensored.